Go to the jungle, take these goats with you, collect firewood for cooking food, and grass for the goats. These were the plans that almost all the parents would make for their school going children in the village that I come from. I come from one of the remote villages in South Asia, Nepal. And the people in this village would not value the education, and they did not send their children to the school. This village does not have electricity, no roads, only a couple of schools that government opened for its citizens, but the society and the parents in the village did not send their children to the school because they did not value the education. They didn't know the value of education at all. Instead, they wanted to send their children to the jungles and collect firewood and grass for the animals. And the economic condition of the people in this village is very poor. And my parents also had very poor economic condition, and they could not even make a proper house. The house, I remember, my house, the rain would come from the roof when it rained. And in this condition, I don't know how my parents valued the education, and they sent me to the school. They sent me to the elementary school. And there were 3 requirements, I remember. And my parents prepared 3 things for me to go to the school. Number 1, a wide wooden board as a notebook, and a piece of bamboo tree by sharpening the tip of it as a pen, and white oil mixed with water in the bottle as ink. By taking these 3 things, I went to the elementary school. And I remember I had to play with mud and stones in the school. There was no benches, nothing at all. I don't know how I passed elementary school and I upgraded to the middle school. So I had to walk 3 to 4 hours every day to go to the school and come home and do household chores and pursue my education. At the same time, the English language was introduced. There was a subject called English, which was very difficult subject for everybody in the school. And I didn't know how to write my name in English. And my parents are illiterate. My mother doesn't know how to write her name, and my father did not have money. But they insisted me, or they forced me to study, and I did the same thing. And later, when I finished my high school, I decided to be an English teacher. But the society did not value, and the Asian society does not value the job of teacher. But I pursued my education and started teaching by getting only $15 a month. And I taught 8 hours a day, got $15 a month as my salary. Now, in this talk, I'll be sharing my experience and my hardships, my suffering of getting education from elementary to my university level, and how I started teaching career, and how I succeeded in teaching despite my parents' poor economic condition. At the same time, I'll be sharing how my parents' willpower and their value towards education succeeded me getting higher education and becoming a teacher. I taught 9 to 10 years in Nepal, and as an English teacher, I'm teaching in the US right now at MNSU. So in this talk, I'll be sharing my experience, how my illiterate parents value the education, and that got me succeed in getting higher education and becoming an English teacher. Thank you.